Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, The Spiritual Justice Jam. God is Quita, or you can call me Quita. Either one would do. I answer to both. Uh, I just now got this download. The Most High God is telling me that there's a shift coming. I keep hearing that there's a shift coming. There's a shift coming. There's a shift in the atmosphere that's coming. That's what God is saying to me today. He was telling me that there's a shift coming. And it's going to be hurtful. It's going to be very hurtful, but in a good way. It's so many people that are going to start confessing about things they have done, confessing about touching their children. People are going to start confessing about just crimes they have done because it's a purge that's going on. It's a lot of shift. That's why I keep hearing a shift in the atmosphere. People they're going to start confessing. They're going to start confessing their sins, their grievances against another human being. God said they're going to start confessing. They're going to start confessing. That it's going to be a shift in the atmosphere. God said people are going to start confessing what they did. They're going to start telling the truth of what they did. God said they're going to start confessing. They're going to start telling the truth. They're going to start. It's a shift in the atmosphere. They're going to start. God said, are you guys going to be ready when someone come in and tell you that they did something to a child, or when someone come in and tell you that they want help, that they want to turn their life around? How are you going to treat these people? How are you going to help these children? How are you going to help these people and these children? God said they're going to start confessing. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? How are you going to treat them? And I'm crying because this is where the taboo comes in. This is where the confusion comes in, because I feel a lot of hurt and a lot of pain that's coming. But it's a lot of healing that's coming with it too. But we got to go through the hurt and the pain as well. There's a lot of people that's going to start confessing. They're going to start telling the truth of how they were molested and how they were raped and how it was passed on from a family member or whoever. They're going to start confessing and they're going to want help. What are you going to do? What is society going to do with these people? How are you guys going to be ready for the shift? Are you going to be ready for the shift? Are you guys going to be ready for this shift? You got to understand, when people are doing negative energetic work, like they did a truth spell on me, I don't mind. I tell the truth anyways. It didn't matter to me because I have nothing to hide. What are you guys gonna do when this shift happens? When the people come in by dozens and dozens into offices, into doctor offices, what are you gonna do? What are you going to do when they start confessing? What are you going to do when these children need counseling and help? What are you going to do? Are you guys going to demonize these people? Are you going to demonize these children? What are you going to do? How are you going to handle it? Because it's a great shift that's coming in. It's a lot of people out here who was touched. It's a lot of people out here who were raped, and they act like it never happened to them. But you can never hide anything from God. And it's a great shift that's coming on me. So when these people do spell work on me, understand that it manifests globally now. I manifest globally now. So when you do a true spell on me, it's going to ricochet in the atmosphere, because I'm just that global. I'm global now. So it's going to ricochet in the atmosphere. And when I transmute, I no matter how bad somebody treat me, I tried my best to be as positive as I can. And I actually go in and I talk to God, and I have a very close relationship with the Most High God. And I do not portray to be anything that I am not, because that's not who I am. You guys got to understand, there's a great shift coming. How are you going to treat these people who will say they was raped and who's been the victim and the predator? Are you going to treat them like R. Kelly? What are you going to do? How the justice system is going to handle this? It's going to be an outpour. It's going to be an outpour of people telling the truth. It's going to be an outpour of people saying and confessing their sins. It's going to be an outpour. The reason why there's an outpour because someone who was doing this got exposed. And so when you're dealing with spirituality, a lot of people who get exposed want to expose other people. Well, that's how it goes. But God say everything is going to be for His glory. And when He means that, healing. A lot of people think God is like need you to worship Him, and the worship is not for Him, it's for you. It's for you to open up you. It's for you to be open to you. It's you to open up your body, mind, and soul so that you can ascend. That's what worship is for. Worship is for, because you have to be humble in order to get these downloads. You have to be sensitive to the Spirit of God. And if you're not sensitive to yourself, how can you be sensitive to the Spirit of God? Because God is within you. You got to understand there's a lot of people that's going to confess things they have done, things they have said, things they have has come about in their lives, whether it's sexual or not, abuse or not. It's going to be known, and people are going to confess. How are you guys going to handle it? How is the justice system going to handle that? That's what I keep hearing. How is this going to be handled? Are we going to demonize all these people? Are we going to how? So you guys, I don't know. That just came over me. I had to do what God told me to do in the moment, and I did it. And I don't know how this. It's going to be a lot of confusion. It's going to be a lot of hurt. It's going to be a lot of pain. But some people are going to start confessing. It's going to be an outpour, and it's more people in this world that's been abused than you think. It's more people who live on this music platform in these churches and stuff like that. Entertainment, they're in the entertainment industry. A lot of people have been hurt, and it's okay, because what's done in the dark always comes to the light, no matter how much time it takes. So you guys have to understand, when these people start to come and you start to see this number of people, that there's a healing energy in the atmosphere, because God said only the meek shall inherit the earth. And with that being said, and that being manifest, and we've been awakened to the point that we are the holy people who, when I say holy, I mean people who are already whole, who's a whole in nature, who are whole within their mind, body, and soul, are going to have to shield and protect a lot of people, are going to have to comfort a lot of people, going to have to be there for people, to hold people's hand, that people are going to need shoulders to cry on, and we're going to have to be strong for these people, the ones that went through this and healed, the ones that survived these abuses and things like that. Are we gonna demonize all of them? Everybody gonna have to pay for their sins one way or the other, because you got to do, you did what you did. But at the end of the day, as a society, are we going to help them heal, or are we just going to keep demonizing these people? Are we going to treat them like R. Kelly, or are we going to do this, or are we going to do that? I'm not saying R. Kelly was treated badly, but there has to be a balance in which things. There has to be a balance in which things are being done. There has to be a balance with all this energy. There has to be a balance. I can't even get it out what I want to say, because I'm so moved about all this like pressure and all this. I can feel the pain. I can feel the people. I can feel like I can tell it's imminent, and that's why I'm crying. I can barely get it out. But God said, how are you going to treat these people? What is society going to do? I can feel it's already going to be a lot of pain. It's going to be a lot, but it's going to be also a lot of healing that comes through. And what position are you going to play? You get what I'm saying? You're going to play judge and jury, or you're going to play healer. It's a lot of different people that's in a lot of different positions that's going to be key roles in what happens with this transfer. When the God transfer wealth, you have to understand, when money is going to be transferred, another energy has to be transferred before that money be transferred. In order for us to get the help, the wealth that we need, we have to heal. In order to get our 40 acres and a mule, so to speak, you have to heal, so you can handle that. God will not give you more than what you can bear. So it's got to be an outpouring of healing for that to happen. It has to be an outpouring, even though you don't understand what's going on totally. In hindsight, God, I don't understand a lot of times what's going on. Into hindsight, I do what I've been obedient. I've done what God told me to do. In hindsight, I'm like, you know what? I'm so glad I was obedient to the Spirit of God, because I could not have fathomed this outcome. And God is working miracles in His life in this particular time period. God is working miracles. A lot of times, people, especially in the Black community, we were raped and beaten and made to sleep without. So I don't sit here and just blame people. I understand you're responsible for your actions, but you have to understand there's generational curses being broken. In order for it to be broke, there has to be an outpour of healing. There has to be, and we have to have key people, which we do. That's why it was like this journey of this and that, like people saying, oh, eat this and eat that. This all this knowledge was coming out, and now it's time for that healing. You cannot think that the mink is going to inherit the earth without a healing taking place. There has to be a healing for those who want it and those who don't. Because in this day and time, God is saying you're going to openly serve the Most High God. You're going to openly serve the Most Lord. Ain't no in-betweens no more. There's no in-between. There is balance. People, you got good and evil inside you. But if you dwell more on your Lord nature and you like being there, okay, you belong to the devil, and we you no question about it. If you're calling up demons and you're allowing demons and Valak and this Roman character that Nicki Minaj have, who was really Valak, these demons, they're really demons. And I'm not trying to demonize her, but let's just be honest, that's not normal. That's not normal behavior. Nobody wants to have an alter ego. You get what I'm saying? An alter ego, yes, it's good for entertainment, but we're at the point where it's not entertainment anymore. It's actually people that are hurting. It's actually people that are hurting and masking it and making mask out. They think they're making money off their pain, and it probably is true, but there has to be a healing that takes place. And if you want that healing, you have to go and get that healing. If you want that transfer of wealth, you have to want it. And the Bible says only the meek shall inherit the earth. So the people who don't want to heal, who don't want to come into this meek energy, that's okay. That's okay too. God is not going to force you. You're going to destroy your own self, because 9 times out of 10 people who are like that or do drugs and they're prone to other behaviors. And we know this scientifically, and we know this through experience of seeing other people who have gotten raped or doing this or, abused in a certain type of way. They tend to destroy themselves, and that's what the Bible is talking about. God don't need to destroy you. You're going to destroy yourself. So that's why this healing has to take place before this wealth transfer takes place, because God is not going to give something that you're going to squander. He's going to make sure that you can handle the blessing He's giving you. So that's it, you guys. I'm out. Peace.